secure 3 rounds victory. And this is, again, not my fault of the mistake of a judge. And this is not I am who's gonna live with that decision. This is he is who will like forever be remembered with that mistake. And next time when he gonna judge, and I don't know if he's gonna be judging another fight as well, he will be like looking from the fighters, corners, and their teams with their big, like these eyes of doesn't believe in that person. Mike Bell, and he did like something that inexplicable things, and I think the whole world would love to hear the explanation. But from the other side, it's not me, it's he is gonna live with that mistake forever.
I got to tell you, absolutely horrendous. And horrendous more for the man. I tell you, it's hard not to think conspiracy with this. No, Kenny? I mean, a 10-8 in a fight that really was close, and what a competitive, great fight. Look, it was a good fight. It could have went either way, but there should have been a winner in that fight. It shouldn't have came down to that because... And I did think Valentina won the fight, but I wasn't really judging it. But I think Grasso had those moments, like everything would be going good for Valentina, then one slip up and she's in bad shape. But I thought for the most part, Valentina came out a different person. Like you could talk about it, it was like she said, no destruction. You could see she was focused. She honestly thought she won, and I think that's the real tragedy of this. I did think she won the fight. Great fight on both people. Absolutely great fight. But, man, the 10-8 at that junction to change it that just smells rotten to me, man. I don't know what else to say. That's a travesty, man. I mean, he took that win away from that girl with something that is ballsy as shit to do. There's no way you could have thought that was a 10-8 round. I don't give a shit.
I think he's going to have to issue a statement.
Yeah, I think
he's going to have to issue a statement.
Top lightweights Rafael Fiziev and Mateusz Gamrot clash this Saturday in the main event at UFC Vegas 79. While in the co-main event, Bryce Mitchell goes up against Dan Ige. And you can watch the entire UFC Vegas 79 event live on ESPN+. So do not wait. Click the link in the description and sign up for ESPN+ today.
Great fight, fantastic fight. Well done to both ladies. We saw every element of mixed martial arts in very good, high pace, lots of action, lots of drama, especially with the decision. Real quick, I thought Shevchenko won the fight. Round 5, this is a tricky one because I'll now throw it to you in just a sec. Round 5, all right, okay, I'll accept a 10-9 Grasso. I still thought it was 10-9 Shevchenko. I thought even though, yes, of course, it ended terribly for her. She went for that head and arm choke and lost position, ended up mounted, took a few shots, and then had her back taken. I thought up until that was about 4 minutes of control with the jab and busting the nose up and all the rest of it. Close round, you can make an argument either way, right? Okay, so it's not a hill I'm prepared to die on.
You scored that for Shevchenko?
I thought Shevchenko got round 5 based upon the majority of the time she was winning the fight and landing the jabs and all the rest of it. But as I said, I'm not but a 10-8.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
Why hasn't Leon versus Kobe been announced? It's dawning on me that I think the UFC is trying to, because nobody really cares about Leon because he doesn't promote himself, he doesn't push himself. I think the UFC is trying to wait to the last second to announce it because, they're letting people like, when's this fight? When's this fight? When is it going to happen? When's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? Leon's never going to fight. Leon's never going to fight. And then when they announce it, people will be excited, not for the fight, because Kobe and him really doesn't make any sense, but they'll be excited just because he's finally fighting, finally defending the title. So that'll get him the trending and stuff like that. Like, welterweight fight finally gets announced. When in fact, it should have been me against Leon in Abu Dhabi. Made the most sense. But we're here now.
First day back to sparring after a week, man, it always kicks my ass. So my physio says that I can drive on the bike, so we back to the work a little bit. My elbow 1 week after surgery, it's pretty good. We back to work. Okay, let's go.
Obviously, Aljamain Sterling, you know, he's out there. He's saying if Izzy gets a rematch against Sean, then he should get one against Sean.
Which I agree with.
And again, I tend to agree with as well.
Yeah, I think Aljo's more deserving than Israel. Respect.
Yeah. Yeah, no, same.
With respect to Izzy, I think Aljamain is much more deserving.
I think the fact that, Izzy lost 2 out of his last 3, and we talked about this at the time, you know. Yeah. I think the best scenario for Sean, just to reiterate that, I think it's the best scenario for Sean to fight him again right now. Yeah. Not because Izzy deserves it. I think for Sean, I think he can go out there, he can beat him straight away. It doesn't give Izzy a chance to get his mojo back against someone else and rebuild that confidence. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. Close the chapter, close the book, get the big pay-per-view points against the biggest star in the division, because that is Izzy, without a question. Yeah. Then move on to the rest of the division.
I tweeted out, what's the most unexpected way you ever see someone make a significant amount of money, and how much was it? Look at who responded. Sean O'Malley. I knocked this one dude out and made so much money. It was crazy. This guy is funny, bro. Text this guy right now.
I'm on a call with Bob Meyerowitz. So I had goosebumps telling you this story. So I'm on a call with Bob Meyerowitz, the owner of the UFC. And I'm trying to negotiate Tito's contract, and I'm trying to get Chuck into the UFC, right? And they had screwed Tito over on some money and stuff, so I'm trying to get the money back that Tito got screwed over on.
With UFC.
With the UFC at the time. And finally, Bob Meyerowitz fucking snaps. And he says, you know what? There is no more fucking money. I don't even know if I have enough money to put on the next event. Da-da-da, he freaks out on me, right? And hangs up, and we get off the phone. I go, holy shit. I call Lorenzo and Frank. They're in Miami, right? And I said, I just got off the phone with Bob Meyerowitz. He just fucking freaked out on me, man. He basically said, there's no more money with the UFC. He's probably going to go BK, blah, 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 blah. I think we could buy the UFC, and I think we should do it. I said, Lorenzo, you should give him a call and whatever. Lorenzo calls Bob Meyerowitz, and the negotiation starts for the UFC.
So this
now, there's no assumptions that anything's going to happen. I never asked for anything. I never whatever. Long story short, we start going down the road with these guys, and 2 months later, 3 months later, whatever the time to, Lorenzo ends up buying the UFC. Him and Frank call me over, and they're like, we want you to be the president of the company. We want you to run it.